Welcome back. I'm Andrew Beach, Executive Career Coach. I help professionals communicate their value to find great new jobs faster. Today on FAQ Friday, we're actually going to change things up. Now that it's the end of the year, we're going to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions. And for me, 2018 is going to be a new page in my chapter book. Okay. And so if you would please just give me a thumbs up on this video or live chat me with any questions you have about career, getting promotions, interviewing, resume, anything at all involving career coaching. I'd be happy to answer your burning career questions. As an aside note, I've coached well over 1,200 people, both individually and in groups. And so you can say I've been around the block. I've seen most everything when it comes to career advancement, career questions, or finding jobs. Okay. And today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. And so if you would please, just go ahead and let me know what's on your mind. What resolutions do you have? And leave those in the chat or the comments below if you're watching this on replay. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Ask Me Anything that I've been doing on Fridays. I've been calling it FAQ Friday. And so I'm actually going to switch this over to Mondays. What I've found is people go to work on Monday and they need some counseling or maybe some support on Mondays because they have a case of the Mondays, as they say in Office Space. So I'm going to switch this to Monday, and it's going to be AMA Mondays. Ask Me Anything Mondays. And I'll typically do that probably in the late afternoon, early evening, so that everybody can be off work and join me during these conversations. So that's something that's new coming next year, is that I'm going to move these FAQ Fridays to Mondays. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to launch a podcast. And this podcast actually is going to be me doing live coaching calls with people who come to me needing support. And so if you're interested or you have a specific need and need some advice but feel like you can't afford a coach, I'm happy to provide you that support as long as you agree and authorize me to broadcast that coaching call as a podcast on my podcast channel. So that's something coming up, and there'll be more details. I have about 10 or 12 episodes that I plan to launch with. And so if you meet a certain parameter or criteria, I'll leave information on that in the space below. So just reach out to me, me at andrewbeach.com if you're interested in taking advantage of that. Okay. The third thing is on my New Year's resolutions for this next year is I've talked a lot about this 3 steps to career success program that I'm putting together. And so under some counsel with some good friends, I've decided to break that into 2 different categories. The first one is going to be a mini course that I offer for free to anyone who wants it. And so this is going to be a simplified version of the master course, which is the next thing I'm going to be creating next year. And so the 3 steps to career success mini course will be free, likely going to be on a platform like Teachable or Thinkific. And you can totally access that at any time and use it and send it to your friends and family, anybody that you know that might need support in that way. Now, the masterclass, I'll be hosting that myself, and we'll be doing that in 3 different categories. One is going to be just kind of a DIY, do-it-yourself kind of masterclass. The second is going to be the masterclass plus some open office hours, live chats with me once a week. And so that'll be something in addition to the do-it-yourself piece of that. And then the third step is going to be an all-inclusive, where you get a one-on-one coaching with me on a weekly basis while you're doing the course. And the course itself is probably going to be, I think, 3 modules, about 7 or 8 lessons per module. So I suspect it might take somebody about 4 to 6 weeks to go through that particular thing. And so we would offer then a series of one-on-one interactions with me. I haven't vetted out the details on how many one-on-one coaching calls that'll be, but that's something that you'll have access to. And so I think it's important that we all recognize that we're running into a new year and that we ought to have some goals for ourselves, set some goals, that things we want to attain, even if that is picking up a new skill or finding somebody that you can help or reconnecting with old friends. So whatever it is, take some time now and jot down 2 or 3 or 4 things that you want to accomplish in 2018, and then go to a service like futureme.org and send yourself an email. Print those out, keep them with you always, and then send yourself an email saying those goals, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. So those are my New Year's resolutions, and I want to thank you for tuning in to these sessions every week, and I'll continue doing the weekly sessions. They'll just be starting on Monday after the new year, and I think that ends up being sometime in the second week of January. Yeah, so that'll start on, let's see, January 8th. So the first session will be January 8th, and we'll do those sometimes in the evening, probably around 4 p.m. Pacific time. Any questions? Feel free to leave them in the comments below. I wish you and yours happy holidays and a wonderful new year, and we'll see you on the 8th.